Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Front Porch Wisdom. My name is Teresa, and thank you for coming by and seeing what Front Porch Wisdom is all about. I want to give a shout out to April, who works with AT&T. If it wasn't for her, hey, I don't know where I'd be. Thank you, April, for your love and your support and your help. It is greatly appreciated. What are you guys doing today? What plans do you have? Are you on your way to church? Are you spending time the weekend with your loved ones, family, friends? Are you in the kitchen preparing dinner? Or are you just catching up on work from the week prior? Let me know down in the comments what your day is, what you got planned for today. But again, I just want to say thank you to all of you that has been my ride or die supporters with Front Porch Wisdom from the beginning to the end. You know who you are. Kudos to you and much love to you. Also, thank you all for stopping by. I know life is busy, and everybody is busy doing something, have commitments. But just to take time and stop by to see what I'm about is greatly appreciated. So today's topic is forgive and forget. Now, is that possible? Does our brain really allow us to forget? Whether it's something good, whether it's something bad. Do we really forget? Now, I'm going to have to say for me, I can't say that I forget. I try to forget, but I don't forget. It's amazing how we forget keys. We might even forget lunch appointments. We might forget doctor's appointments. We forget some things, but isn't it amazing how the mind just, it's almost like it takes its own thoughts and create them and process them. But when something, whether it's good, is done for you or to you, or whether it's something bad that's been done to you, you don't forget. And especially if it's something really tragic, it's almost like those brain cells store up in your brain and it won't let you forget. But that's amazing to me. But I have talked to many people about this topic, forgetting and forgiving. And some of the people I have talked to have said that, I can forgive, but I will never forget. And I think I agree with that bunch of people. I think that's how I am. Matter of fact, I know that's how I am. I can forgive you, but I won't forget. Now, like I said, that can be something good or that could be something bad. If somebody has done something good for you and it meant something to you, to your heart, and you was really grateful and you was really appreciative of, what the gesture was, you're going to remember that. You're not going to be quick to forget that gesture that was done to you. And in fact, you might want to return the gesture. You might even want to give back to that person that did something good for you. So no, I don't think you forget that, and I don't want to forget that. I want to remember, things like that, because it makes me feel good. When people do good to you, it should make you feel good. And in return, it should make you feel good when you are able to give back to somebody else and do good to them. Now, when something is bad done to you, I think it works the same way. If something drastic has happened to you, it was hurtful, it was painful, I don't think you're going to forget that, because that same kind of feeling is there. Whether, like I said, good or bad, is there. And so you're going to remember that, I guess one instance could be childbirth. If you have been a blessed woman to deliver a child or many children, you will remember the childbirth. You will remember the pain. Okay. Now, the pain was bad, but the outcome of it was a baby was born. So that was the good side of it. But nevertheless, you can go and share that story with someone else about how you forgot, but you also remembered the good from the bad of that situation. So I don't think that for some people, I'm just speaking about me. For some people, it's all in how you receive things too. But I have talked to people that say, like I said, they can forgive, but they definitely don't forget. And then I've talked to some people. Now, these other people are very few. It's not a lot of them. But they have said, oh yeah, I can forgive and I can forget. And I say to those types of people, kudos to you. Because I would love to forget, so I can move on. And I do move on, but my mind just won't let me forget. If it's ever brought up again in a conversation between me and someone, or that person that hurt me or did something good for me, it's going to come back to my thoughts. It's going to reminisce back to what it was, whether good or bad. And so, but to those that have no problem doing that, kudos to you. I think it's a good thing that you can forget and you can forgive at the same time, and you can move on with your life. I think that's awesome. But back to those who can't, like myself, I love to forgive, and it even takes me a little minute to forgive because I be in my feelings, I be in my emotions, and I be thinking too much on things. But I have to pray to God and ask him to help me with that, because I can't do it alone. I can't do it by myself. And so I have to ask God, please help me with this, because I know what you would have me to do. And I know the right thing to do, but I'm struggling right now. So I need your help. And so I tend to think on things a little bit, because I try to get solutions. I try to get answers to why, and some of you out there may be the same way. The reason why you're not so quick to forget, you're trying to find out for yourself, why did this happen? Why did this person say this? Why did this person do that? I thought this, I thought that, I assumed this, I assumed that. And, I've been knowing this person for a long time, or whatever. And it just blew my mind that this person would even think about doing this or that. And so we stay stuck. We stay stuck in those thoughts. And we want resolution. We want some kind of confirmation or something to help us to move forward. When you're stuck in that, I don't understand it, why did this happen? Why come that had to end this way? Why did that? We just want answers, but sometimes we won't get answers. And I'm still learning that. Sometimes I want answers because sometimes stuff just don't make sense, But to forgive, I can forgive because the Bible commands me to forgive. He commands all of us to forgive. He forgave us for our sins. And if he can do it, we definitely should be able to do it. That's what he wants us to do. So regardless to my feelings and emotions, I have to do what I know God tells me to do, and that's to forgive and to move on, because that's what he does for me every day. Not just back in my past, but every single day that I mess up and do something wrong, God is right there to forgive me. And I thank God for that, because if he didn't forgive me, I'd be in trouble. But I say all of that to say this. Is it a possibility? I want to know what you guys think. Please comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are about this. Is it a possibility to forget and to forgive? Is there a difference? Now, there are some people that don't think it's a difference. It is a difference to me. Okay, and I keep saying to me because, again, this is my thoughts, my opinions, but I know that there are a lot of people out there that has their opinions and their thoughts, and I welcome that, and I want to hear those from you. But to me, it is a difference. I can forgive you gladly. It could have been a mistake. It could have been something that, was looked over. It wasn't thought out. It was something said or done in a quick of a blink of an eye or something like that. And, an apology was given or whatever. I can forgive that. I can even forgive something bigger than that, okay? Because, again, that's what we're supposed to do. And I can move on, okay? Maybe years go by, months go by, days go by, and I won't be even thinking about that. I've moved on with my life and I'm doing other things. But maybe just seeing that person again that did whatever will bring up some things in my head. Whether I mention it, whether I say anything about it, is irrelevant. But in my head, I'm thinking it. Oh yeah, you remember when, we're good at that. A lot of us are really good at not letting people move on because we always got to constantly remind them of when. Do you remember when? And I don't think that's good. I think that when you forgive, it should be washed up, thrown in the trash, and you move on. But you don't forget. I don't forget, okay? And like I said, just because I don't bring it up or mention it to you, don't mean I forgot. It just means that, I got it in the back of my head, and hopefully it'll never happen again, But, even the Bible says that God forgives 70 times 7. So, even if these things happen a lot, there may be a problem why they constantly happening. But we're supposed to forgive every time something is done to us. We're supposed to be able to forgive. But if somebody is constantly doing things to you over and over again, it might be time to move on and find some new relationships, or some new friends or whatever, because a good friend wouldn't keep doing the same things over and over again. That's like just a bad pattern. So that means to me that they might need to want to research themselves and find out why they keep doing the same things over and over and over again. But I was just wondering if it was just me. Like I said, I've had this topic with people, and it's an interesting topic to me because I know myself. And like I said, there are some out there that believe like I do, and then there are some that believe the opposite, that you can't forgive and forget. But I, in my brain, am thinking, how? How can you forget? And then I think of one situation that I try to put with my thoughts. And it could be to try to make me right. I don't know. But if you find a woman, and there I may be talking to a woman or women out there that has been raped. And I'm not trying to bring up any kind of bad feelings or anything like that by far. But to me, that's one of the most hurtful things that can happen to a woman is she's, been beat up or she's been raped. And, there's a lot of other things. But I think about that one in particular because although that's a bad, tragic thing that happened to her, when time passes, is she supposed to forget that happened to her? Does her brain just totally erase all of that? Her pain and her hurt and frustrations and all those things, does it just go away? Now, can she forgive the person that did it to her? Absolutely. Yeah. She can forgive that person in her heart, if that's what she chooses to do. Some people don't choose to forgive. Some people say, I'm never going to forgive the person that did whatever they did to me because it was wrong, it was hurtful, it was painful. I don't understand why they did it in the first place or what have you. So some people don't forget. But I tell you, for people like that don't let it go and don't forgive, you live a bad life. You're talking about a heavy burden. That thing will follow you to the day you die. You would never have any freedom with that. And the only one that you're really hurting is yourself. You know, this person that's done these things to you, they living their life. They ain't even giving you a second thought. And you're putting all that energy into something. And I understand it happened to you. And, you know, people are very sorrowful. I'm sorry for things that go on in the world and happen to people that shouldn't happen to people. But from that, you have to take time to heal. You have to take time to grieve. You got to have time to get over that anger so that you can be a better person that you deserve to be. And not just to yourself, but to other people around you, your family members. You know, if they see you in a funk or you angry all the time and you lashing out at them or whatever it may be, they're not going to understand. They're going to know something's wrong, but if you haven't sit down and like talk to them what's going on with you, they're not going to understand, you know, what's going on with mama. You know, she's acting funny. She's doing things that I'm not used to seeing her do, or whatever it may be. So you're the one that's in bondage. And although you're trying to be free from it, you're putting yourself deeper into that situation by not releasing it and letting it go. So I always think about that particular topic when I think about forgiving and forgetting, because unless somebody can come to me and actually say, this is how it's done, there is a way that you can forget and forgive at the same time, then I'm open to hear what that is. But until then, again, I'm one of those that say, okay, I can forgive all day long. You know, I don't have to like what the person did, but I can forgive the person, because we all make mistakes and none of us are perfect. I understand that. But does my brain forget? No. So let me know, can you forgive and move on in life? And can you forget and move on in life? I think some things are worth forgetting, and I think some things are worth remembering, you know. But I guess like in life, everything is a balance. You know, you always got to weigh the ups and downs, the goods and the bads, you know. And sometimes I know we're not good balancers. You know, I know I'm not. I try to, but it's hard. It's hard to balance life. But yeah, I like to know what your thoughts are on forgiving and forgetting. And I also notice too that people hold grudges when you don't forget. Yeah, they hold grudges. Sometimes you think people act like they have forgotten a thing, and they'll carry that thing, like I said, for so long, but in front of you, they will act like everything's good. You know, it always has been good. We're good, you know. You know, you good with me, I'm good with you. You know, the past is the past. You know, let's bury that thing. Let's leave it back there or what have you. But you let one little spark come from that situation, and you will learn and see real quick if they forgot. That thing will be bought up so fast, and you be like, oh wow, okay, they really didn't let that go. Okay, I see they held on to that for a little minute, you know. But, you know, a lot of relationships too have been destroyed over people not being able to forget and forgiving. You know, most people just really want to be forgiven. You know, Some people really are sincere with their apologies. You know, when they ask you, can you forgive me? Will you forgive me? I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to try not to do that again. My intentions were not to hurt you or to harm you. You know, can you please forgive me? You know, and, you know, sometimes you just have to forgive yourself too. I think that's where it starts. The forgiveness starts with yourself, because sometimes I think we can beat our own selves up so bad that we stay down. We keep ourselves down, and we make ourselves feel like we're not worthy to, you know, go to a person and apologize, because the devil will make us feel that way. Like we are just terrible. We are just the scum of the earth. And that's not true. You know, we first have to forgive ourselves so that we can forgive others. You know, and sometimes that's not easy, but it's possible. So, you know, today, you know, if you've got a problem with a sister or brother, and you know that in your heart you need to forgive, then I encourage you to do that. Because, you know, guys, you remember we used to say all the time, life is short. Well, it's even shorter today. And I think every day that we're blessed to see, it gets shorter than the day before. And so it's no need in walking around in this world with so much anger and hate and not forgiving and loving one another, and, you know, just being in bondage. That's really the name for it. Being in bondage. You're in jail. You might not be physically behind metal bars, but your soul and your spirit is locked up. You're not free like you think you are. You're pretending to be free. But deep down, you're hurting, you're angry, you're frustrated, and you're taking it off on people, and you don't understand why, and you take it out on yourself, you know. Just release. Let today be a new day that where you just say, you know, I'm going to let all that go. I've been holding on to it for so long, too long, that, you know, and sometimes that stuff can make you sick. You know, I never thought about it like that, to be honest with you, until I started hearing other people talk about it in topics and conversations. When you hold on to that stuff on the inside of you, you start to feel not your best. Some things is going on the inside, and like ulcers. You know, ulcers come from worrying, you know, stress, you know. How many, oh God, this world is full of stressful people. Oh my God. Just drive. Just get in your car and get on the street, and you'll see real quick what I'm talking about. You got a lot of stressful people out here. People not liking their jobs. Okay? People don't like their managers, supervisors. Likewise, supervisors, managers don't like the co-workers and the employees. The employees can't get along with each other. Everybody trying to outdo each other. Everybody want a raise. Somebody think they better than the next person and they deserve this, and why haven't I got that? I've been here the longest. Guys, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all are experiencing it. If you haven't experienced it, you're experiencing it now. And if you're not experiencing it now, just live a little, you will. But these things can form things inside your body that you don't even have a clue why things are happening to you. Stress is something else. It's real. Anger and all those things are not good characteristics to have, you know. And if you do, it's okay. I'm not saying never get angry. I'm not saying never be mad. I'm not saying never be upset. I'm just saying to the point to where you're holding it, where you're storing it up, and every day you wake up, you're in that mode, you know, or that mood. That's what I'm saying. Let it go. You know, just let it, you know, just cast it out. You know, just say today, not today. I'm not going to carry that stuff over into today. That's the past. I'm going to be better. I got to be better for me, because I love me. If no one else loves me, I love me, and so does God. And that's enough. That's enough. And then find you some people. And if you don't find them, they'll find you. You know, sometimes you don't have to go look for people to love you and for you to be friends with. Your characteristic or your characters about yourself, people will, they will cling to you. Okay, they will see your characteristic. They will see how you are, and you don't have to try hard. Just be yourself. It'll come out just like garlic. You know, you can be blindfolded and somebody put a piece of garlic in your up under your nose, and you know automatically blindfolded is garlic because you know the smell. That's how it is with people. If your attitude and your character is all about being nice, and you love on people, and you're friendly, and you love doing for people, you like to see people prosper, you like to see people being the best they can, people will gravitate to you. They will gravitate to you. This world is looking for people who love them for who they are. And they know a fake and a phony quickly. So they're not looking for people like that. They want people that will accept them for who they are and not judge them. You know, so that kind of work, you don't have to put too much effort in. That's a natural. That'll just happen, you know. But anyway, guys, that was my topic for today, was to forgive or forget. And can we do both? So comment down below what your thoughts are. And also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button, which will notify you every time I upload a video. You will never be left out. You will become a part of this community, which I welcome you to come and be a part of. We can all ride the train together and have fun together, learn together, laugh together, cry together. Whatever it may be, we can do it together. Nobody has to be alone. And comment by all means, because I love to interact. And share the video. If you think that this was noteworthy, please share this video with someone that you think it will benefit. And also on my topics to come, just get your pad and pencil out, because I know for me, sometimes it's hard to remember everything. Sometimes I have to write things down. It'd be so good, like when I go to church and the sermon, if I don't write it down, I'll be so pumped up and ready to go and tell the world. And by the time I get out them church doors, I done forgot what. So I have to carry a pad and pen too. So that's just a little tip for you. But if you have a good mind, a good memory, forget the pen and paper. You don't need it. But yeah, just, you know, if you need to, just write down these little tips and share them. Because, again, that's what Front Porch Wisdom is all about, wisdom and knowledge. So, guys, I thank you again for tuning in today with me. And I will see you next time on the front porch. But also, I will be leaving down in the description my Facebook page. You can find me there, Front Porch Wisdom. And also, I'll be linking my website down below, which is www.frontporchwisdom.com. And I'm also on Instagram. I will be leaving all that information down. So next time, I hope you guys are having a blessed day so far. And I'll see you next time on the porch.